the other day, or not the other day specifically, I guess more like the other week, a week ago or so, I shared some info on turbo manifolds for, budget turbo manifolds that are high quality, made to order type deal right here locally. And, I guess I didn't really get the traction I wanted. Of course, I want to help get some eyeballs on these, and I'd like to be able to sell some to you guys. But I just had another guy who very patiently, mind you, waited several weeks, I think, in total to get my attention to help get me to order a turbo kit for me, because I think initially he asked to do a turbo kit for the D series. It had been, I think, maybe half a year since the last time I did a kit. So, I had to go through the list again to make sure I could double check all the prices to make sure I could still sell the kit at the same price. And I was able to. I think prices went up a little bit on a couple of things, but overall it was still majority the same price. So what I advertise for you guys is a budget-friendly turbo kit. A turbo kit that you can get complete under $1,000, that you can slap on and make upwards of 500 horsepower. Now, the weakness in this thing is that keeping it budget friendly, and also being able to make the 500 horsepower goal. So I think this is very easily to do, but of course the key thing that holds us back from really taking it much further in power is the manifold. The way that you can easily, you can do up to 500 horsepower, I think, easily enough with the manifold. After that, I think it might start being an issue. I'm not saying that 500 horsepower is a cap. The turbo that you'll get for a 500 horsepower kit would, most likely be capable, I think, maybe up to 600, but again, that holds it back there. So I guess I could do like a version 2 and potentially a version 3 all in one. So I got to check that out. And I think that a potential version 3 may not even. Yeah, I'll have to make it, because it'll be a different price, so I have to list it separately. If you want to upgrade a turbo manifold, how much is it going to cost you in the kit total? See, I told you guys last time that the manifold costs like $800, but to put it into perspective, I'll tell you the whole total right now, which of course $780 plus the 800, you're looking at just under $1,600, right? It won't affect the shipping subtotal or whatever. So this is one of those things where if you want to buy the manifold separately, it'll be $800 plus a little bit for shipping. But if you buy the manifold with a kit, it'll be just the $800 flat increased into it, or added to the thing. So yeah, it's not even $1,600. It's a little less than that. I think my calculations was like $1,510 or some shit like that. Because what I did was I removed the cost of the log manifold and added the cost of the new Sidewinder / ram horn or whatever to it. So I think the cheapest that the manifolds go is $750. I think that's on the B series. But so again, what options are available is you have, and I know this is a big one for you guys, is AC compatibility, right? So you have, for B series, you have a top mount, and you have two versions of the top mount. You have an AC compatible top mount, and you have a regular top mount. I think the AC compatible top mount is $850, I believe. Guys, if you're interested in this and you really want this, then come to me, hit me up. If I haven't already added prices to the website, just hit me up for a direct quote. And so top mount you have with AC compatibility, and you have the top mount without AC compatibility, which I think is $800. I maybe have those backwards there, oddly enough. And then then you have the ram horn. The ram horns for B series, I think, are $750 and $800 as well, depending on if you want AC compatibility or not. So you can upgrade manifolds with me, guys, and still have a complete turbo kit on a very good budget. Now I know that there's some guys out there recently that's doing turbo kits, or this past year they've had a lot of success with their kit, but I think they started off their quote at like around $2,000, and then it starts to rack up very quickly with if you're adding intercooler piping and all that stuff. And I think the kit can easily get up to $3,000 plus. The last time I checked, just off the top of my head. So and they have acknowledged the fact that people talk shit about the fact that it's not really a budget when they call it budget friendly, and then understanding the parts that they use, what kind of budget it is. So again, if you want the full details on the turbo kit for VHB engines you haven't seen, just search VHB engines turbo kit and you'll find them. I think I have videos on unboxing there, and I have videos detailing what exactly comes with it. This is a lot of generic stuff, but it's generic stuff that will get you to where you want to go. So I guess that the other things to be upgraded with this to be considered would be like upgrading to maybe a better wastegate as well. Although I believe that may not be the biggest thing, the biggest issue. But anyway, so just the whole point to tell you guys is that you can still get a turbo kit from me that is legit budget friendly, because it's I think when you're talking about budget friendly on anything, you have to know what your market is. Now, if your market are guys that can afford to buy a 4-piston long block or drive S2000s or whatnot, then their budget friendly isn't going to be as big as the budget friendlies of the guys who are just doing a piston rod builds and an old school chassis, that are doing it on, on short dime. So I think if you want to shoot above 500 horsepower with me, and you want to go ahead and upgrade manifolds, it's still a very friendly budget, because you're talking about, around $1,500 for a complete turbo kit. All right. And then I think with like an extra $50, we can upgrade the turbo to something that can handle like big fucking power, right? 700 plus horsepower type deal. So, yeah, so I'll like I said in the last video, there's a lot of things that need to be updated on the website. There's some things that the prices need to go up a little bit, because that's just reflecting what the market prices are. And I need to give you guys a little bit better options on the turbo kits. And if you didn't see it the other day, guys, I had a guy DM me talk about the taxes on pistons rods he was trying to buy, and the taxes were over $100. I think it was like $130 added from the website. That's got nothing to do with me, guys. I don't charge that. That's the website. These guys are providing the domain, so they got to make their money. Even though they're making their money off my monthly payments, they will still want to make their cut off of every single sell. So if you go through me and you use PayPal, I'm going to charge you the PayPal percentage, but it's still astronomically cheaper than what the website's going to charge you. Also, if you use Cash App with me, guys, I don't charge you the fee, because there's no fee for transaction there. The only fee for transaction that Cash App gives you is when you're withdrawing the money to your account. And because I have the ability to do that delayed and get the full amount, I'm not going to charge you guys for that, because if I decide to give me the money now and I hit a fee, that's on me. That's not on you guys. So if you use Cash App, you can get it with no fee. Now, I've thought about doing Zelle a couple of times, even though I've been holding the line for a while, saying I'm not going to do any more payment options, because fuck it, I'm just not going to. I think 2 is enough. Yeah, I think I'm just going to stick with Cash App, guys, because Cash App is a way that you guys can do it without paying the penalty to pay me or whatnot. And I think that if you're at the point, and if you're still at the point where you're thinking about buying from me and you don't trust me enough that you need some kind of backup security or whatnot, well, then you're going to have to use the website, and then you're just going to have to pay the money, for that extra security, because I'm not in the business of trying to convince anybody anymore. I'm always super transparent. If you go to my Instagram and you scroll and you scroll and you scroll, you're going to see multiple times where I'm at FedEx. Every single time I go to FedEx, I'm taking pictures while I'm shipping. You don't see a lot of people running around the internet talking about I've ducked on them, and I did over $30,000 in sales last year, guys. So, yeah, there's that. So I just want to give you guys a little update on the turbo kit stuff. I still want to push it. I still think we can do more. And then the turbo kit, we could wind up it could wind up being several versions of it till we settle on. I think that what overall will be is that we'll probably have several tiers, or several tiers for the kit. You're gonna have your 500 and below horsepower gold kit. And that's going to be the same across the board, whether you want a smaller turbo or not. And then I think you have your 500 plus goal, where you could either just choose to upgrade just the intake, the exhaust manifold, or you can choose an exhaust manifold upgrade and a bigger turbo. So, guys, if you're interested in that, let me know. Hit me up. And yeah, I'm getting back to work here, guys. So if I have a high compression B20 that should be given together this weekend, and parts are on the way for that block guard B18. I'm going to build another turbo B18 that'll go for $1,500, and the high compression B20 will go for $1,270. All right, guys. So social media links in the description down below. I haven't mentioned Patreon in a while, guys, but I'll throw that back out there, because if you do log in, if you do sign up as a patron or whatnot, there are discounts that you get there from your patron tier. So a very small donation on a monthly basis will get you a significant discount. All right, guys, so thanks for watching, and peace.